Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going over my favorites and fails for the month of January 2018. Before I get into this, yes, I have redone my roots. I love my girl. Oh my god, she was amazing. And yes, I do want my roots back. Like I just don't want this much of them. So it's kind of throwing me off that I'm blonde all the way to here, but give me another week and I will have a little bit of rootage. I know you guys like the roots. I do too, but she warned me whenever we go in. She's like, if I leave root, you're likely going to be real yellow right here. And I was like, let's go all the way to the scalp. Anywho, now that that's out of the way, I have a ton of stuff here. So I'm just going to jump in with my three favorite There's three foundations, you guys. I'm sorry. So I'm going to go lightest to heaviest. The first one is from Chanel. Never thought I would like this foundation. I feel like I tried it in the past, didn't like it, and now I love this. This is the Vita Lumiere Aqua. I'm in the shade number 20, beige. Chanel runs a little bit pink, but I just run it down my neck and it's totally fine, but I love this. Absolutely love it. I don't get oily. It's like when my skin is doing well, which has been doing well recently, this is beautiful. It's not a lot of coverage, but it's just like the perfect amount. It wears really well for me. I've been loving this. And then 1 degree up to a medium coverage foundation, Bobbi Brown. What? This is, yes, I finally found the Bobbi Brown foundation for me that I love. This is the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation SPF 15. You guys, perfect shade. Like the shade on this is so good for me. It's unreal. It is 2.5 warm sand. I get a solid medium coverage, very long wearing. I don't get a bunch of breakthrough oil. My pores still look good at the end of the day. It's more skin-like. I feel like a lot of people will enjoy this. I'm surprised. I did not buy this anticipating loving it, but really, I honestly really do. And then for my full coverage baby, this is the Dior Forever Undercover 24-Hour Foundation. I am going to do a video, and we're going to see if this wears as well as my Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is what I'm wearing today. I've actually mixed the two shades because of the powder I'm going to talk about, but I can wear the shade 10 and it's like perfect. It's a little peach. I'm more yellow, but it's totally fine. And today I mixed these two. It's 21 and 10, so that's what I've got on right now, and I just have to bring it down my neck a little bit. But this wears, like, I seriously think that it could be the next Double Wear. Oh my god, I never thought I would say that. It's matte, but it's more of, I don't know, it's a natural matte. I cannot explain it. It is so gorgeous. I love this stuff so much. It wears all day long. My pores look amazing still at the end of the day. I just love this. Now this is the powder that I was referring to. This is from YSL and it is the Souffle Declat. I don't know. I'm in the shade number 2. This can lighten my foundation a little bit. And it's weird because looking at it, I just wouldn't think it's a little darker here than it is on camera. But when I put this on, it lightens my foundation just about like a half shade. So with the Dior, the 10 is pretty much perfect. So if I put this powder on top, it can be a little too light. So I like to mix them. I tried this, I feel like a month or 2 months. It's been a little while and I liked it, but I wasn't like head over heels. I am finally head over heels. I wanted a matte semi-radiant powder one day and I was like, oh yeah, there's that YSL. Let me go grab it. And I have been picking this up nonstop after that. I love the texture of it. And I think the reason why I didn't know if I really liked it to begin with, because it wasn't as radiant as I was expecting. But now that I've played with it more, this is like one of the most skin-like powders. Like I can put so much of this on and the way it melts into the skin is beautiful. It's more of like a satin. So if you've been wanting a radiant powder, but not too radiant like the La Mer, and I feel like I need to do a whole new video on that Lancome powder because Jaclyn Hill talked about it. Now everyone's asking me again. I'm like, I've already talked about this. But I feel like I'm going to get on camera and show you guys what I'm talking about when I say that it can be a little bit too radiant if you have pores. I absolutely cannot set my face with that powder. I have too much texture on my skin and it just emphasizes it. But this one is beautiful. Speaking of powder, I never thought anything was going to make me stop using my Hourglass diffused light. I have been using that for 3 years straight, you guys. Like, that was the only thing I would put underneath my eyes. And this combo right here, you guys have been non-stop asking me, do you still like it? What about with this other powder? What about with like all these combos? I've tried it several different ways, and honestly, I have only picked up my Hourglass powder one time since buying this. And the only reason why I did is because I had somebody ask, well, does the balm with the Hourglass powder look as, you know, does it make it look better? And I might want to tell you what these guys are. So this is the Becca Anti-Fatigue Under Eye Primer, and this is the Becca Under Eye Brightening Setting Powder. So this guy has like a cooling sensation. It depuffs, oh my God, so well. I was sick one day and I filmed and my eyes were super puffy. And I used this. I was like, well, let me put it on my lids too. Maybe it would help. Did the trick. Oh my goodness, it was so much better. But this underneath the Hourglass, it does help. It's still not this combo, but it does help. Now, this without this still looks good, but just not as good. I don't know how to explain it. This combo is amazing. And then I also tried the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. The first 3 ingredients of that powder and this powder are identical, but then they change after that. So this with the Secret Brightening Powder is actually very nice. I still prefer the Becca one, but it is actually very nice. I feel like if you have the Secret Brightening Powder, you wouldn't necessarily need this, but I do think this one looks slightly better. This combo makes my under eyes the smoothest possible. I have 2 little lines on this eye that I don't on here, and I never really even noticed because I just did not realize until I was as smooth as I was with this powder. It's not going to get rid of those 2 little lines, but it still looks so much better that I can't believe I have put down my Hourglass diffused light. But I have. Highlighter, you guys heard this in my yearly favorites, and I'm still over the moon with this. Both of them really, but specifically this one, I use it more, or the most. You can see, like, I've gone to town on this thing. This is the Dior Holo Pink Highlighter. Oh my goodness. And you guys, this has like a micro shift of glitter, tiny. It's metallic looking on the skin. It looks very wet. Instead of it being super opaque, it just has this wet look that is absolutely gorgeous. And you need a more stiff brush. A fan brush is not going to work with this. A fluffy brush, not really going to work. It's not going to really melt the product into the skin. The one I like to use is this one from LH. This is the 306, and it's a synthetic. It's stiff enough without it being too stiff, and it just really works this into the skin. But if you don't like micro glitters, you might not like this, but I just find it to be so smooth. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Blush. I'm sure you guys have seen this in my description box a lot lately. This is from Giorgio Armani, and this is the number 100 Nudo. Now, it's a little darker in person than it's showing on my little screen here, but this is super duper light. If you are above NC20, don't even try it. This barely shows up on me, and I have to use my itchy scratchy MAC 129, the real hair version, and really dig into this and layer it on. But what I love about this is it gives me a blush effect without it having too much pink, too much peach, you know, anything. It's so nude that it goes with everything. This with a smoky eye or something, if you're my shade or lighter, is absolutely stunning. But I would not suggest this to anyone who wants a lot of pigmentation, who wants their blush to really show up. This is super duper subtle, so do not go into this particular shade. I don't have any of the other ones, but do not go into this shade thinking that it's really going to pop on the cheeks. You have to build this up. And at first I was like, I don't know that I'm really okay with spending that much on a blush for it to do that, but then I kept reaching for it and I kept wearing it and I really like it, so it's a favorite. Here's a random one for you guys. This is the Kylie Rush number 3. I'm sorry, I love it. Look, it's dirty. I've used this to add a little bit of contour to the face. I've used this the most for blush, especially one that I need to pick up just a little bit of product and disperse it really nicely. I love this brush. It picks up product because it's a natural hair brush, and it's in between slightly stiff. Like, it's not super, I think I have a package. Definitely have a package. Okay, so as I was saying, this brush is not too stiff, it's not too flimsy, it's just perfect. I really enjoy this, especially for blush. And I know it's a Kylie brush and a lot of people had like a fit over them, but I really like it. I'm looking at these lipsticks over here, like, there's so many. I only have 2 eyeshadow products to talk about. The first one is from Hourglass. This palette is everything. This is the Myth Graphic palette. It's all matte. Formula is perfection. Love this so much. It's cool, but almost kind of neutral tone. It's so pretty, especially outside of like all the warm tone palettes. This one is so good. I have reached for this so much. The only time I haven't reached for this is when I've been reaching for these. Oh, these are the Sydney Grace eyeshadows. You can see like that one was freshly dug into. I love these. These are such good quality, such good price point. I love them. And this isn't the only palette I have. I have a few others that are smaller, but these are my favorites. They're beautiful, you guys. If you have not checked out Sydney Grace, like, look at this chameleon shade. And it goes on the eye like that. I've done a tutorial, actually a few tutorials with the Sydney Grace. They used to be called Feather River Body, and I just love them. And I love the owner, 100% recommend them. All right, let's dig into these lips. I'm like looking at this like a sea of nudes here. First off, I'm gonna talk about these Buxom Vava Plump Shiny Lipsticks. Holy crap, these are amazing. I am so glad somebody finally did this. Phenomenal. They last so well. They have a shiny factor. It's almost like you put on a lipstick, a liner, and a gloss and made a complete look out of it, and it lasts. I don't have to use, and I have to overline my lip a little bit because my lips are, like the Cupid's bow is not even. So I have to overline a little bit, and I can do that with this wand, so I don't have to use a liner, and I don't have to put a gloss on top to make it comfortable, but it still lasts. And I just love these so much. The only thing that some people might not like that I can think of are that these have that like menthol, minty, not stingy, but that kind of feel on the lips. It doesn't plump my lips at all. But if you don't like that, I don't mind it, but I know a lot of people do. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to go through the shades I have real quick. This one is Honeydew. This is actually what I have on my lips right now. And forewarning, like the Sephora site, I ordered the colors based off the lip swatches. No. They are so off. And then Taupe It Off. I got this one thinking it was going to be more taupe, and it's not. It's more like mauve. And I thought I wasn't going to like it, but I actually love this one the most. I wear it the most. And then the newest member to my family is Getting Warmer. This is almost like that Chanel gloss I love in a liquid shiny lipstick. So there's those. Speaking of plumping, I have been loving this lip gloss from Dior. This is the Dior Addict Lip Maximizer in 006. I think it's like Sunrise Beige or something. The only thing I don't like about this is the wand is so tiny. It's like itty bitty, but it's almost no color. Like you can't see anything, but it's so beautiful and it feels so good on the lips. And again, if you don't like that plumping factor, you're not going to like this, but this makes my lips feel better too. I've been putting this on top of lipsticks, especially this one. I just really enjoy it. And this right here is all mine from Tom Ford. I've gotten some questions asking where to find this because I couldn't find it. I literally today went on my Nordstrom app. It's in with the Tom Ford lipsticks. I do know that with the new ones like Autoerotic and this one, they've been out of stock. They are permanent. It's just that they keep going out of stock. So let me show you a swatch of this. I've been wearing this. Oh, it is so beautiful. It is like one of the, I say that a lot. I have a lot of perfect nudes here recently because I've been really into them. And this one right here is legit the perfect nude. This is the Hourglass Confessions Ultra Slim Lipstick and the shade I'll Never Stop. This formula is everything. Oh my God, it's so pretty and it's so sleek. Like putting lipstick with this bullet on, oh, look at that color. Oh, and just think about that gloss on top. They're so pretty. One more favorite before we get to the fails. This is from Kate Somerville. I am very picky about my moisturizers, and I had gotten this a while ago, and I heard Carolyn Herreras, I don't know how to say her last name at all, but I had been using a Dr. Dennis Gross, and I never, almost never, unless I don't like the moisturizer, I like to completely finish it up before I try anything else. Well, I heard her talking about this, and this is the Kate Somerville Kate Ceuticals Multi-Active Revive or Revive Triple Peptide Cream. I was watching one of her videos one day and she brought this out and I was like, wait, I have that. I got some things while my skin was really acting up. I actually have a lot of skincare I need to try. That's a whole nother story. And I just forgot about it and it was in the drawer and I heard her talking about it. I was like, wait, I have that and my skin has calmed down. Let me be bad. Even though I have not finished my Dennis Gross, let's just pop this guy open. This is the single best moisturizer I've ever tried in my entire life. The only problem with it is that it's $175, and that's a lot. But seriously, the best moisturizer ever, and then it has like this, I'm almost out. I have like this much left. So you pump it, and the perfect amount will come out, sometimes a little bit too much, but everything in here will stay active. It doesn't go bad because you're constantly opening up the jar. So my problem, which is going to lead into my first fail, is that I didn't want to spend $175 again, and I saw this one from Drunk Elephant come out. So I was like, right before I finish this, I want to try this so that I know, like I don't want to be without a moisturizer that I love. So I'm almost out. I went ahead and purchased this one to try, and this is the Proteiny Polypeptide Cream. Something about the peptide and it being Drunk Elephant. I was like, I'm just going to try it because it's like $100 and something less than this one. I don't like this. The reason why I don't is not because it's a bad product, but because it's not enough. Like I have it on today and I don't feel as luminous. I feel slightly tighter and I've noticed like my pores don't like this. I use this 2 days in a row and my pores and my skin look super dry by the end of the day. It's just not enough. So I feel like if you are normal or even oily, you might like this. But for me, I'm going to have to go back to this one because this one is legit everything. So I wouldn't necessarily say that the Drunk Elephant is a fail. It just didn't work for me. So let's clarify that. These two are fails. MAC 217S Synthetic. No. I hate this brush. I'm very passionate about hating this brush. The only reason why this has not gone back to the store is because I got it at my job. And I don't want to do that to them. But I hate this brush. It is a 217 Imposter. I don't like it. It's trash, really. And then this guy. This is from Natasha Denona. Natasha has never ever been in my fails, but she is today. This is the Duochrome Top Coat in the shade Lavender, Gold, and Silver. I used this with Kel and I put it on the inner corner. Didn't notice anything bad. Thought it was beautiful. Now I've used all three of the brand new ones, and this one is the devil. The other two, the gold is the best one out of the three. This one, however, it's chunky. It doesn't like to show up. And the best way I find to apply these, now that I've played with them, is definitely on just a bare lid. Like I will do my brows and I'll conceal underneath the brow and then I will just pack on with my finger the other shades. This one, you can't do that too. You see your eye like veins through it. No color and it's chunky. They literally like little chunks will come down. I don't like this. I mean, I can use it for an inner corner, but that's about it. And that's very disappointing. All right, you guys, that is it for my favorites and fails of the month. Let me know what you've been loving down below. And I want to give you guys a quick update. I was supposed to have returned to work 2 days ago. I am out for 3 more weeks. So I know a lot of people have been wanting to shop with me like via the text and everything. I don't know what's going on with my knee. I'm not sure what is going to happen. So I'm just letting you guys know that I am still not back. I can move around my house just fine, but I went to the mall the other day and I walked from one end to the other. Like literally that's nothing. and my knee got the size of like a softball, so I don't know. But we are still not back, and I apologize to everyone who thought that I would be. I'll get there. But I love you guys, and I hope to see you in my next video.